Hi everybody, it's Miss Austin, and I'm going to go through a couple of the DeltaMath problems with you. This week we are graphing quadratics from standard form. And the name of this is parabolas because that's the name of the graph of a quadratic. If you watch the video of the notes, you should know that in order to find the vertex, you have to identify A, B, and C. These are the values of the quadratic. A is the number in front of x squared, B is the number in front of x, and C is the constant. So here we have A is 1, because that's a 1 right there. B is negative 10. Oopsie. And C is 21. Okay, now to calculate the vertex, we use this formula, negative b divided by 2a. And once we calculate that, that is going to be the x coordinate of our vertex. Okay, so negative b. B is negative 10. The negative of a negative is a positive. So positive 10 divided by 2 times 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So we've got 5 something. So I know my vertex is at 5 something. To figure out the y coordinate, right, this is the x value. We're going to plug that in for x into the quadratic. So we've got x squared, so I'm going to put a 5 in there, minus 10 times x plus 21. You'll notice wherever there was an x, I just substituted in 5. Okay, so now I'm going to do the math here. 25, oh, what happened here? 25 minus 50 plus 21. So what do we get there? 46 minus 50, I think it's negative 4. I want to make sure. 25 minus 50 plus 21, negative 4. So my vertex is at 5, negative 4. All right, so now I'm going to go over here and get on the delta. Not going to use my pen anymore. So 5, negative 4. Okay, now notice in the instructions it says you must plot 5 points including the roots and the vertex. Well, we've got the vertex, that's 1. How are we going to get the rest of the points? We're going to use our pattern. And we're also going to make sure that 2 of those points are the roots. Remember, the roots is where it crosses the x-axis. So from previous weeks with graphing quadratics, once you find that vertex, remember the pattern, if A is 1 and A is 1, is 1, 1, 2, 4. So from the vertex, you go over 1, up 1, over 1, up 1, and then go back. Let's go 2, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, boom. All good. It's the roots. If one of these points wasn't the roots, we would have to do it again until we could find the roots. And they only let you graph 5 points. So I've got 5 points, I've got the vertex, and I've got the roots. So now let's go ahead and submit my answer. Yay. Okay, now they show making a table of values, which you're welcome to do. It's just a lot more work, you know, because how do you know what values to plug in? Okay, let's do a new problem. And I've got to erase. Okay. So again, to get the vertex, we are going to do negative b over 2a. Where do you get these values? A is the number in front of x squared, b is the number in front of x, and c is the constant. Okay, so this time we have a is negative 1, b is 10, and c is negative 16. All right, so to get the vertex, we do negative b. I'll write it out just so you can see it again. So negative of 10 would be negative 10 divided by 2 times -1. So that's -10 divided by -2, which is +5. All right, so I know my vertex is 5 something. How do I find the other part? I got to plug this in for x. This stands for x. Okay, so now I'm going to go up here. Now we got to be real careful with that negative in front of the x squared. So I've got negative, and then what am I plugging in for x? 5 squared plus 10 times, what am I plugging in for x? 5 minus 16. All right, so 5 squared is 25, and then it wants the negative of that. So I'm going to do my work up above. I didn't give myself enough room. So this becomes -25 plus 50 minus 16. Okay, so what would that be? -41 plus 50 should be 9 maybe. -25 plus 50 minus 16, we get 9. So now I know my vertex is 5, 9. All right, so let's go get on my pointer. 5, 9. Okay, now this one has got a couple challenges, not challenges, but first of all, A is -1. So I'm going, this thing's opening downward. So I'm going to go 1, 1, going down. Now here's the problem. If I just do my pattern 1, 1, and then go 2, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, even though you have 5 points, DeltaMath is going to say you're incorrect because 2 of the points have to be the roots. Okay, so you can tell it's right here. Okay, so we're going to have to click off a couple of these points. It wouldn't matter which one, right? You could skip the 1, 1, or you could skip the 2, 4. Now, thinking back to what we learned, right? Where is this pattern coming from? It's because we're on x squared, right? So if you put a 1 in, 1 squared is 1. That's how I know to go 1, 1. If I put a 2 in, 2 squared is 4. Okay, well, those 2 didn't end up getting my roots. So what would the next one be? If I put a 3 in there, what's 3 squared? Oh, 9. I think that's the one that's going to work. Here we go. So if I go over from my vertex, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, boom, that's a root. Okay, and so 2 of the points have to be the roots. So then this one, same thing, go over here, boom. What, Miss Austin, what did I do? That isn't right. Did I go too far over? 1, 2, 3, okay, 1, 2, oh, I didn't go over far enough. There we go. Okay, everything lines up. I got the vertex, I've got 5 points, and 2 of them include the roots. I'm going to hit submit. Yes, yay. Okay, so when you're doing the DeltaMath, don't forget that 2 of the points have to be the roots. So when you do your pattern 1, 1, 2, 4, if you don't hit the roots, try for the next one, 3, 9, and get rid of a couple of the points. I hope this helped, and I hope to see all of you soon. Bye.